All right, so any special requests today? Do we have any chats? No chats. You can it's still time, put something in the chat. I'm really happy to be here with all of you. All right, some shoulders. I see that, Jen, thank you. Yeah, we'll go head to toe. I always try to work us head to toe, so don't worry, I'll get that all. Okay, let's start seated. A lot of you are already there in a comfortable position. You can sit up on a block or a blanket or bolster, or on a couch is fine too, or chair if that's more comfortable for you. Find a spot where you can sit up tall so that your breathing is open and free. And if it feels safe and okay for you to go ahead and shut your eyes down, go ahead and close your eyes. And if you need to fidget around to find the position that feels just right, do that. We'll just take this moment, to get here, to get clear and here and present in your own skin, from your skin in, kind of feel in. Noticing sensations in your body, body processes, notice thoughts, feelings, emotions, where they might be living or lodging in your body. Yesterday, when I got the Nixle alert about wearing masks all the time to go outside, I had another little dose of adrenaline and fear, and I noticed where it lodges in my body is in my chest. And just like I felt that and that, feeling, and then like, what can I do to transform that fear into, Baron talks about transforming fear into fuel for something, into that motivation, into creation for something new, versus being consumed by or enveloped by the fear. Not denying it, noticing where things lie, where fear is a factor in your physical being. And knowing you have the power to transform it through mindfulness, through the light of your own awareness. We're shining the light here, and through the yoga practice and through the movement of your physical body and awareness, you start to shine light into your awarenesses to create transformation, to create vitality, to create power, motivation. I know for me personally, fear freezes me. If I allow it. Take a few more moments right here just to breathe and to acknowledge where you are right now. It's always about beginning where you are. And taking the time to really see and feel and experience. And if you're lying down, you'll come up to a seated position. If you're seated, just stay where you are. You can keep your eyes open or closed, and you'll just drop your chin to your chest. Lift your chest to meet your chin, and then move your chin side to side like you're trying to scrape your chin along the front of your chest. And come to center, chin to chest, pause. And then lift your head so it stacks right on top of your spine. And imagine that you're drawing a figure 8 lying on its side with your nose. So you're going to take your nose and draw a figure 8 on the wall in front of you, or in the space in front of you. Lying down on its side. A few little movements here in the neck to just loosen up, to free up anything tense, tight, locked in. And bring it back to center, nose back to center. And then as if you're drawing half of an X, the half of an X, so you'll look down over your left shoulder, diagonal, and then diagonally look upright. If you're drawing just half of an X, look diagonally left, down over the shoulder, and then diagonally upright, just as far as you can go. And do 3 more, diagonally down, diagonally up. 2 more, look down, up, keep your shoulders pressed back, nice elevation through the spine, last one. And we'll bring it back to center, sit up nice and tall, just notice. And we'll start the second half of the X. Now look diagonally right and up left. You can go slow or quick, whatever feels good in your body. Notice if this side feels the same or slightly different. So it's a diagonal down and diagonal up. Noticing any limits, physical, mental, emotional, in your physical body. Do 1 more. Good, and then you'll just bring your nose back to center, stack your head on top of your spine. Then take your left ear to your left shoulder. And come up, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Just feeling into the side of the neck, not forcing. And lift it up, and then you can do a little circle with the head, down, around. I have a ton of little crackling, just notice that. And switch the direction, just go to where you can go. Good, and then come on back to center and pause. And then switch the cross of your legs, so your other foot's on top. And we'll move to the shoulders. You're gonna take the shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down. Good, switch the direction, go forward. Good, and then take the arms out, so reach them out, and turn the palms to face up. So roll the shoulders back, maybe even look up, and then turn the palms down, roll down and back, maybe look down. Try to move from the shoulders. Do that again, roll open, look up, and then roll forward and down. Good, and again, roll open, look up, and roll down, look down. One more time, roll the shoulders back up, and roll it down. Now stay there. Take your arms behind your back, interlace your hands, take the knuckles down, lift the chest up. Front of the chest, collarbone. Good, now take the arms, so the arms are behind you, like that, yeah. Take the arms over to the right hip. Yeah. And squeeze the elbows together behind your back. Like your elbows together. I know the music makes it hard to hear, yeah? That's my concern. I don't know if that's better or not. We'll just hit pause. I like it better when you can hear me. All right, so your hands are behind you and you're squeezing the elbows together to the right. Okay, you're still sitting, hands over by the hips and squeeze. Good, and then take the arms straight back and you'll go to the other side. So hands to the left hip, knuckles together to the left hip, and then squeeze the left elbow to meet the right behind you. Yeah, to the best of your ability. Try to let the elbows kiss behind your back. Lift up into the chest, pull the pit of the belly in. Draw the jawbone back. Some of your chins went forward, jaw back. Breathing. Good, and then take the arms back behind you one more time, lift up into the chest, and then let the hands release. You can roll the shoulders around, wiggle around. Good work, and then you'll come forward onto your hands and knees. So tabletop position. And then from tabletop, with the shoulders, arms stay straight, you're gonna do shoulder circles, like a little, like I think of like a locomotive kind of thing. So circling the arm bones around up in the shoulder socket, top of the humerus bones. Just circle like you're massaging the upper back. Circle, circle. Let's do 2 more. And then see if you can go the opposite direction. Circle the opposite way. Massaging the space between the shoulder blades, the upper back. Building a little heat. Good, and then sink the chest straight down, create a trench in the upper back. And then punch up between the shoulder blades and stretch the upper back. And then sink, create a trench in the upper back, sink it down. Good, and then punch up, stretch between the shoulder blades. Really good, one more time, sink, so the chest melts, there's a trench. And then punch up, lift between the shoulder blades. Good, and then you'll come back to neutral spine. Take your hands forward about 1 hand length, so you have a little bit more space between the knees and the hands. And now you'll take the hips in a big circle. So you come forward to the hands, and then you'll press the hips back towards the heels. The hips circle around, and if you need to pad the knees, go ahead and put a blanket under the knees. And if it feels better just to go forward and back on your knee joint, that's fine too, to just go forward and back. Or circle. One more time in this direction. And then you'll circle the opposite way, or keep going forward to like an up dog and press back. You're just moving, warming up the body, the big major joints, the wrists, shoulders, hips, knees. One more circle, or pressing forward to back. And then you'll go all the way back into child's pose. You can take your knees wide, sit your hips to your heels. And the arms can be extended, forehead to the floor, or if you need to make a pillow out of the arms, you can do that. Really good. And then we're going to take a thread the needle, but instead of from tabletop, do it from here in child's pose. So hips back at the heels, slide the right arm underneath the left, and you can come down onto the side of your head, or your head can be on a block, so the right arm's under. And then the left arm can walk forward, overhead on the floor, or maybe you want it next to you, or maybe you want the left arm behind the back. You choose. Breathing. Good, and then take the right arm, slide it out. You'll switch sides. So the right arm comes out, left arm goes under. Come onto the side of the head. Stretch through the shoulder. Good, and then slide the left arm out. You'll come back up to your hands and knees. And then take the knees, draw them in towards each other and stretch the right leg back. Bring the ball of your foot to the floor, press back into your right heel. Stretch the calf. Good, and then you'll float the right leg up, bring the foot a few inches off the ground and point and flex the right foot. Point, flex, point, pull the pit of the belly in, flex, point, flex, one more time, point and flex, press the heel away and then take the left arm forward. Yep, so looking straight down, it's super long, it's called bird dog. Reach through the back heel, reach through the front fingers. Really good, and then bring your hand and knee back to the floor, pause there, and then you'll take the right arm and stretch it forward into puppy and bend the left elbow. So you're opening up under the right arm straight, left elbow just bends down, forehead can touch the floor or not. Just get that big stretch along the right side, whatever degree you can. And then come back up to your hands and knees, tabletop. And you'll take the left leg back behind you with the ball of the foot on the floor. Press your heel away from you. Stretch into the calf, the foot, the Achilles, the arch of the foot, spread into the pinky toe of the left foot. Or see if you can create some awareness in the foot. Shine the light of your awareness into your foot. And then from there, you'll float the left leg up a few inches and point and flex the left foot. Point, flex. You can rotate the foot around the ankle, roll circles if you like. Point, flex. Keep both hands down, kneel for now for a moment. Good, one more. Flex the foot, really engage the leg, press the heel away, pull the ribs in, front ribs in, then right arm comes forward. You want to draw the jawbone to the neck, so pull the back of the skull towards the ceiling. Front ribs in, pull the pit of the belly in, get long, long, long through the back leg, the front arm, and breathe. Press into the knuckle of the left index finger more. Good work, and then tabletop, hand and knee to the ground. And then half puppy, slide the left arm forward. Bend the right elbow. Drop the chest. Really stretch under the left arm. Very good, and then come back up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, both toes under. Walk your hands to your knees. So you're gonna walk back and then push yourself up onto your feet. So you're standing at the back of your mat and ragdoll forward fold. Yeah, good, and you can hold on to your elbows or your biceps. Maybe sway. You shake your head yes and no. Let your hands fall gently to the floor, and you'll walk yourself forward and come into downward facing dog. Or you can drop your knees to the floor and back into puppy with both arms forward. Downward dog, I'm gonna make sure there's enough space, lots of space between your hands and your feet. In puppy pose, you can be on your knees. Good, take one more breath. And then you'll step your feet to your hands, walk up to the front of your mat, and lift halfway up. Bring your hands to shins or fingers to the floor, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bow, let the head drop. Root down, rise up, extended mountain, reach your fingers up to the ceiling. And bring your hands to heart center, and then arms down by your side, standing mountain pose. So just look down at your feet, want your feet at about hip width and toes at 12 o'clock, feet straight ahead. And then lift your 10 toes and spread your 10 toes. And press the mound of the big toe down, press the mound of the pinky toe down, press the center of each heel down. See if you can keep the toes up. And then spin your inner ankles back, inner thighs, inner ankles back, and pull the outer legs in. So the legs have this firmness to them. Good. And then lift the pit of the belly up towards the belly button. So pelvis is neutral. Lift the sides of the bodies to the ears. So take the armpits up, pull the shoulders straight back and expand the chest. Soften the shoulders. Pull the jawbone back. Good. Now inhale, reach up. So from the floor, reach up through your fingers to the waist. Exhale, forward fold. Hands through heart center, bow. Drop your head. Good. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale, bow down. Root down, rise up, extended mountain from your feet. Stretch up through your fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Move through some half sun salutations, trying to find your breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Bring your breath into the movement. Bow forward, exhale. Squeeze your air out. Root down, rise up, inhale. Reach your fingers to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, chest to thighs. Halfway lift, inhale. Pull the chest forward, pin the shoulders to the back. Bow forward, exhale. Root down, rise up, inhale, extended mountain. Getting your breath moving. Exhale, forward fold. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root down, rise up, inhale, extended mountain. One more time. Exhale, forward fold. Pull the belly into the spine. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Press down, reach up, extended mountain. And then hands to heart center and back to Tadasana. Notice how you feel. So those half sun salutations get the heart rate up, cleanse and clear the whole body. Good work. And then from here, you'll take a step back with your left foot and turn your feet parallel to the long edge of the mat. And then bring your hands to your hips right here. So we're going to move into some standing poses. So feet are parallel towards the long edge of the mat. Good. And then turn your right toes to face the front of your mat. And you'll bend the right knee. You're going to bend and straighten the right leg a few times. Moving in and moving out of warrior two. Heather, your dog. Bend and straighten the right leg. Coming down and up. Good, Marina. And then you'll bend the right leg and pause and open the arms up. So warrior two. Your pelvis neutral. Good, Linda. Good, Reed. And then pin the shoulders to your back. Expand the chest and upper back. And then you look out over the right hand. So look right. Let the left arm pull you back. Bend the right knee deeper if you can. Good. And then straighten the right leg. Relax your arms. Turn the right toes in, left toes out. So just switch hands to your hips and you'll bend and straighten the left leg, moving down and up. And I like to just really imagine like everything's hugging in. So you're trying to keep the knee on track, like it's like heading out over the middle toe. It doesn't pass the middle toe, but it's moving in that direction. Good. And then you'll bend the left knee and pause. Keep your hands at your hips like a bowl of water, pelvis neutral. Then open the arms up. Warrior two. Pin the shoulders to the back. Hug muscle to bone in the arms. So you firm from the skin into the bones. Nudge your left knee to the left a tiny bit. Good, Sylvia. And then go ahead and straighten the left leg. Bring your arms down, feet to parallel. And then turn your heels in and your toes out. So heels in, toes out. You can even shorten the stance a little bit if you like. Bring your arms up like cactus arms. Nice. Now bend both knees to come down into a little squat. It's called temple squat. Good job. Press your shoulders back. Press your forearms away from you. Sink down a couple inches. Lift up a couple inches. Sink down. Lift up. Good. Down and up. Feel the heat start to build. Sink down. Hold it for 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2 and 1. Straighten your legs. Nice job. Relax your arms. Turn your feet to parallel. The toes in, hands to your hips. Inhale, lift up, pin the shoulders to your back. Exhale, hinge forward. Bow forward, bring your hands to the floor. Drop your head, maybe shake it yes and no. And then walk your arms forward. So it's like down dog arms in your wide-legged forward fold. And then you'll take your left arm, left hand to the right ankle. So reach underneath, add a little twist here. Bend your left elbow and drop your forearm towards the floor. Look under the right arm, possibly. And you'll come back to center, both arms out in front, and switch to the other side. Bring your right hand to your left ankle and twist. Back to center, both arms out in front. Really stretch from your fingertips to your hips. And then walk your hands back in, lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips, come up to stand. And then you can step your left foot, so turn the right toes forward, step your left foot back up to meet the right, the front of your space. Mountain pose. Good work. And then inhale, reach your arms out or up. And you'll swing the right arm underneath the left for eagle arms. Right elbow under. Lift your elbows to shoulder height and then bend your knees. You're in chair, little mini chair. Then you'll take the right leg and stack it on top of the left. And hug your forearms in towards the center line. Squeeze your thighs in towards center. Lift the elbows to shoulder height. And draw your shoulders straight back. And then mountain pose, standing in Tadasana, arms down. Extended mountain, inhale, reach up or out. And swing the left arm underneath the right, left elbow under. And then bend your knees, stack the left leg over the right. Good, Jenny. Yeah, and then the pelvis likes to tip forward. So instead of that, see if you can lift the front of the pelvis to the belly button and like cinch in around the belly button, cinch in around your waist. Good. And then standing mountain pose, pause. We'll do that again. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, right elbow swings under the left. Bend your knees, stack the right leg over the left. Good. Now this time, keep your arms. Don't do anything with the arms, but step the right leg back to warrior one. Right leg goes back, foot flat, and then lift the elbows up. Pull the front of the pelvis to the belly button. Cinch in around the waist. Lift the elbows and pull the shoulders back. Check in with your breathing. Good, and then you'll step forward, right foot to left, standing mountain pose. Good job, extended mountain, reach up. Swing the left elbow under the right. Bend your knees, stack the left leg over the right. First, you find your center, the ground of your being, your balance, in this moment right here. And then you'll step back, step the left leg back, spin it flat, bend the right knee, lift your elbows. Pull the right hip back, send the left hip forward, breathing. Good, and then you'll step forward, back foot to front, arms by your sides. Good job. Shift your weight over into your left foot. You come into a little more balance. If you need a wall or a chair, bring your left hand to a wall or a chair. You'll lift your right knee and catch it, standing leg raise. Foot active, flex your foot. You pin the shoulders back, lift the chest, expand through the heart space. Open your right knee to the right. See if you can, look left. You might even reach your arm left. Look left. Good for the brain. Neural pathways. Good, come back to center. Set your right foot next to your left. Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Shift your weight into the right foot. Lift the left knee. Catch the foot. Flex, or knee, or the foot. Flex your left foot. Pull the toes back. Open it to the left. You can reach right, maybe look right. I always start with stilling the fluctuations of my mind. If I can still the fluctuations of my mind, my body will often follow. Finding the dropping into that still place, that eternal place. Come back to center. Set your left foot next to your right. And you can take a little twist side to side, shoulder shrugs, rolls. Good. So the next one, we're going to do a combination of airplane to half moon. Airplane to half moon. So and then we're going to take a lunge from there. So it's going to be a combination of three things. So you'll want to be at the front of your space. You might want a block. It'll be in front of your left foot, okay? Or a chair or something. So we'll start rooting through the left foot, standing in mountain pose. You'll take the right leg and slide it back to come forward into airplane. It's total body integration from the floor, from the feet, fingers pull into the center, the torso, your core. Bring your hands to your heart, pause. And then you'll bring the left hand down, and it can be onto the block or a chair, a spine, or the floor, or water bottle, and then open the right side of the body up. Reach up through the upper limbs, up and out through the upper limbs. Listening to the sound of your breath. Press your shoulders back. Find this lightness of being, this ease. Good, and then forward fold. So bring the right hand, right foot down, and step your left foot back. So right leg forward, left foot back, and then drop the left knee, and it can be on a blanket or the floor. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. So it's a low lunge, it's called Anjaneyasana. Your hands can stay at the thigh, or you'll press your right forearm down into the right thigh, and take the left arm up, and you give a little lean to the right to open up that left side. Yeah, really good. Instead of leaning on the forearm, try to lean slightly back. Lengthen the tailbone. But then you go up and over. And roll the left lungs forward. Stretch through the left fingers. Good, and then take both arms, reach them up, come back to center, reach up. Very nice, bring your hands down and you'll step forward. The left leg lifts, step your left foot to meet the right, halfway lift, forward fold. If you have a block, switch it to the other side. Come up to stand, extended mountain, reach up. And then hands to your heart. And Tadasana, arms down. Good, and then it's airplane. Right leg firm, arms down, shoulders back. Slide the left leg back. And tip forward, airplane. I'm gonna pull the ribs in, the belly in, front of the body firm. And you can tip a little farther forward, shoulders to your back. Total body integration. Bring your hands to your heart, pause, no hurry, and then right hand drops down on the block or the floor as you open up into half moon, flexing the upper foot, left leg active, reach your left fingers to the sky, build the pose from the ground, get still the fluctuations of your mind, see what you see, get present, clear, be here. Really nowhere else to be, but here. Good work, forward fold, let that go. And then you'll take a step back with your right foot this time, left leg forward, set the right knee down. If you got a blanket or a pillow, come on up. Yeah, really good. And then the left forearm will press down into the left thigh. Right arm goes up and lean to the left. You're opening up the right side. I love the curious animals that go right up near the cameras. Peggy, you got a little one right now. So cute. Every once in a while, I see little cat butts and dogs. Good. Just really lifting up. There's this like grounding force and hugging in and then stretching up and over, getting into the muscles, tendons, fascia. Breath, opening your lungs. One more breath here. And then come on and reach both arms up. Let's go right up the middle. Both arms up. And then hands down. And you'll step forward. Right foot steps up to meet the left. Lift halfway, inhale. Forward fold, bow. Press down to rise up, extended mountain. Bring your hands to heart center. Good, and then tree. You'll root down through your left foot. Bring your right foot up to the inner left leg. You could have your big toe at the floor, or you could be near a wall. Good. And then take your hands behind your back. And I like to take my backs of my hands to the kidney area and press the backs of the hands into the back. And then, yeah, elbow points come forward and shoulders press back. So you're just trying to open up the upper back area, behind the shoulder blades. Breathing, your lungs, clearing. Draw your jawbone back, lift the crown of the head higher. Good. And then set the right foot next to your left, arms down, take a little twist from side to side, your arms just dangle, shoulders relaxed. Good. Oh, nice, Heather. And then root down through the right foot, come back to standing mountain, and you'll bring your left foot up for tree, left foot to the right leg, and it could be above or below the knee. Press the foot into the leg to get that stick. And then, yeah, take the arms behind you again. You can take the same hands, back of the hand to the back, or you can press your knuckles together behind your back. A nice way to create a little opening through the shoulders. Just finding stability. Yes, stilling the fluctuations of the mind. Like you really want to set the eyes to one point. You find a mantra. I am calm, I am still, I'm strong, I'm rooted, grounded, and powerful, and connected. I am whole. Good, and then set the left foot next to your right. Good job, take a little twist. Arms just relaxed, moving side to side. Good work, and then come on back to the front of your mat, standing in mountain pose. Stand by your side. And inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Then step it back to a high plank for the top of a push-up. Can also be tabletop, knees down. Breathe in. On your exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. For cobra, point your toes, feel the chest up, and the shoulders back. And then lower down, you'll make your way back to downward facing dog or puppy pose. Be on hands and knees. Good. On your inhale, lift your right leg back behind you. Right leg will go up. And then bring your right knee and shin to the floor. So we'll come down right underneath the hip. Spin the left foot flat. Open the left arm up for a variation of side plank. Make a fist with your left hand and punch up towards the ceiling. Fist to the ceiling. And then roll your wrist in some circles, slow circles. Spread your fingers wide and then take your arm overhead, reach towards the front of your space and lift your left ribs up higher. Keep the left foot down, lift the left ribs and stretch open through that left side of the body. Good, and then look down, plant your hands, step it back, high plank. And lower all the way down onto your belly. Cobra or upward facing dog. Like to come higher, you can. And then press it back to downward facing dog or child's pose or puppy pose. Inhale your left leg up and back. It can be from tabletop or down dog. Take your left leg up. Bring your left knee to the mat. Spin the right foot flat. Open the right arm. Variation of side plank. Left knee directly under the hip. And your left hand can be a little forward of the shoulder. Sometimes that feels better than right underneath. Make a fist with the right hand. Punch up. Lift up, then roll the wrist in some slow circles. Spread your fingers, open your palm, reach higher. Then take the right arm overhead. Lift the right side of the rib cage towards your ceiling and open up between the ribs. Reach from your back foot through your front fingers. Get long, strong, open to possibilities. Good, look down, plant your palms, high plank. That vinyasa, low plank or onto your belly. Cobra or upward facing dog. And press back, downward dog or child's pose or puppy pose. Good, on your next inhale, come forward again, high plank. And this time you'll lower all the way down onto your belly. And then we'll take a shoulder stretch here. Extend the right arm out to the right. Turn your right ear to the floor, so you'll look left. And then bend your left knee and roll over onto your right side. So you can press into your left palm to roll onto your side. That's it. Good, and then you'll roll back onto your belly and slide the right arm in, slide the left arm out. Bend your right knee, roll over onto your left side. Open up through the left shoulder, front of the chest. Relax your head. Just going to where you can go, right? Breathing. Breathing into your body right here. And slowly come back onto your belly, roll onto your belly. Bring both arms down by your sides, palms face down, look down, and then locust. You'll inhale and lift up. Lift your shoulders, arms, and legs. Spread your fingers. I like to have my feet pointed, but my toes spread. Yeah, exactly, Peggy, just like that. Lift your shoulders up towards the ceiling, Heather. Lift a little higher. And then lower down, turn a cheek to a side and just let yourself rest right there. Just rest. And we'll do that again. Look down, turn your palms to face down. And inhale, up you come, lift, locust, lift your shoulders, arms, straight elbows, spread your fingers, spread your toes. You can point the feet, but spread the toes, toes active. Good, Neil. Okay. And then lower down and let yourself rest. Just pause. Turn your other cheek. So opposite of last time, just rest. And then we'll do one more, and it can be locust or floor bow. You can bend the knees, reach back for your ankles or your feet. We're just gonna do one. So if you can't grab both feet, stay with locust. Or you can bend the knees and not hold the feet. And then lift, yeah, kick to lift. Good, Peggy. Press your pelvis down. Good, Jan. Shoulders back, don't lead with the chin. Pull the chin back. Shoulders back, lead with the center of the chest. If you have your feet, good, Karen, you wanna kick the feet into the hands and also pull with the hands. It's a mutual. Yes, Amy, and then lower all the way down. Make a pillow this time out of your forearms, so let your forehead rest. You look straight down. Bend the knees and windshield wipe the lower legs side to side, right to left. Good, and then release your feet to the floor. You'll come up onto your forearms. Bring your forearms to the floor. And you can even interlace your hands if you like, or forearms can stay parallel. And then you'll tuck your toes under and lift up. So chin to chest, lift the ribs, abdomen, hips, thighs, knees. You come up into forearm plank. And if it's too much there, just drop the knees to the floor. Create a modification. 4 legs can lift, firm the thighs, pull in through the center of the body, pull the pit of the belly in and up. This will be our only core work. We're gonna hold it. Good, pull in, pull up. And then lower down, make a pillow out of the forearms, just rest. You can windshield wipe the legs or just rest. I said it's our only core work, but I didn't say we're just gonna do one, so we'll do one more. Forearm plank, so release your feet to the floor, tuck your toes, come up onto your forearms, so forearms parallel or interlaced. Tuck your chin, lift your ribs, belly, hips, thighs. Yeah, if your legs are lifted, really squeeze the thighs. It's okay to have the knees down too. And cinch in through the waist like you're wearing saran wrap around the waist. And also find ease, a little softness between the shoulder blades and your face. Relax the muscles of your face. Last 5 seconds. It's okay to drop the knees if you want. Good, and then lower it down. You can pause and stretch the abdomen and Sphinx pose if that feels good, or come all the way down and just rest. Then you'll bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press back into child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, your knees nice and wide. Sink your hips to your heels. Set your forehead to the floor. Good, and then you are either going to come down onto your back or a reclined pigeon, or you can come to downward facing dog and then slide the right leg forward, left leg back for half pigeon. Or if you have another favorite hip opener you'd like to do today, that's fine too. Pigeon, I like to keep my front foot slightly flexed. The knee straight out from the hip or a little bit to the right, left leg straight back. If you're on your back, you also want the hips nice and square. And then if you're facing down, you'll eventually come forward. And if it puts too much pressure on your knee, you could put a blanket or a block under the right hip, or even under your chest or your left thigh. I'm just gonna watch your thoughts, watch where your thoughts go or drift. Just gently bring your awareness back to your breath, back here into your body. Good, and as you're ready, you'll switch to the other leg. If you're face down, you might go back through down dog, or you can just switch at the floor. There's no right, no wrong. Just being mindful as you move. Switch to the other leg on your back. Use any props that you need. Notice if you start to get sucked down the rabbit hole of thoughts. Our minds are meant to be working, thinking, it's their job. But you also have the ability to be the witness. One of the most powerful discoveries I've had in my life was when I realized I'm not my thoughts. If I can watch my thoughts, I'm not my thoughts. Thoughts serve wonderful purposes. They help me plan my life and have ideas and share my feelings and insights and all of that. And who I am, not my thoughts. Part of me, but it's not all of me. I can drop into that witness space, that timeless place, that essence, and oh, is there freedom for me? I find freedom there. Oh, Heather. Okay, you'll slowly come on up and you'll make your way down onto your back. If you aren't, spin your back leg around, come down onto your back, hug your knees into your chest, giving yourself a nice big squeeze right here. We'll take one more hip opener. It's called Happy Baby. So you'll reach for your feet. See if you can hold the edges of your feet. Bend the knees. Press your tailbone towards the floor, backs of your shoulders to the floor. And this pose and we're going to hold it for a little bit. So you want your grip to be fairly light and easy. And let gravity do the work. Like press the shoulders back towards the floor. Now, if you're rocking around, that's fine. And then you'll eventually try to find a still place to just stay. Your eyes can be open or eyes closed. little compression at the top of the thighs. Just notice that. And try to lengthen the lower spine, press the tailbone towards the floor. Press the backs of your shoulders to the floor, back of your skull to the floor. Breathing into your abdomen, your lower abdomen. And then from here, you'll just gently release and draw your knees back into your chest. Give a squeeze. Bring your feet to the floor, knees bent. You'll pick your hips up and scoot them to the right. And then bring your knees to the left. You want to try to stack the right knee on the left. You can hold on to the right thigh with the left hand. Reach your right arm out to the right, maybe look right. There's a possibility also of straightening the top leg, reaching for your foot or your calf. And then I like to continue to press my right hip forward. So I'm looking to create some traction in the lower spine. The right hip presses towards the front of your mat, the front of the space. Take one more full deep breath here. Sip it all the way in. Empty it out completely. And come on back to center. Feet flat to the floor. This time pick your hips up and scoot them to the left. Let your knees fall to the right. Try to stack your left knee on top of the right. You can hold on with the right hand. You turn your gaze left. Extend the left arm to the left. And yeah, if you want to straighten the top leg, that's a possibility. It's not a have to. Give that little press of the left hip forward. And create some traction or lengthening out of the left side of the waist. There's space between the rib cage and the pelvis. Relax your shoulders deep down into the earth. And gently release. Come back to center. Scoot your hips back to center. Bring your feet together and knees apart. So the reclined butterfly. You can place one hand over your heart, one hand over your abdomen. Or if you need the support under the hips, you can bring your hands in fists under your hips or glute muscles. Let your pelvis relax. Feel the rise and fall of your abdomen as you breathe. Allow your shoulders to soften towards the earth. And then Shavasana. Really stretch yourself out into your resting pose.
We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic. I can now hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. And where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, when the foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will fold into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. And when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will fold into the mystic. Come on, girl. Too late to stop now.
Gently begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. You can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And as you're ready, bend your knees. Carefully roll to a comfortable side. And press yourself up to a seated position. Touch the palms of your hands together, bring your thumbs to your heart center, and let's seal our practice with the universal sound of Om. Take a breath in. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. And have an exquisite day. Namaste.